What's going on, guys? I'm SimpleSimon, and it is time for another toy unboxing. It's been a little while. For those who watch my toy content, you may know that I've been chasing this figure for quite some time, and I finally got my hands on it, and that is the Marvel Legends Angela figure from Guardians of the Galaxy. And yeah, I finally got my hands on it, so we're going to be unboxing this today. Let's do this. Alright, I'm going to do things a little bit differently today. Before I open the figure here, I'm actually going to open some mail call, because this mail call has a little bit to do with the character. So I had these two books show up in the mail today, which I picked up recently off eBay. Alright, so I got two books. Oh, he bagged them back to back, which is new. So the first book I picked up was Spawn issue 9. This is the first appearance of Angela in comic books. Obviously she was originally from Image. I've actually got a few copies of this book. The reason I actually bought this was because of the other book it came packaged with, which is on the back here, which is Guardians of the Galaxy issue number 5. I've actually never seen this book. This is, I think, the first appearance of Angela in the Marvel universe. So for those who don't know, Angela obviously started off in the Spawn series. She's an angel who hunts down spawns. And then I believe Neil Gaiman created her. There was a big court case about her. And then Gaiman eventually, I believe, sold the rights to the character to Marvel, who turned her into Thor's sister. Which is a little bit weird, but whatever, we can live with that. So yeah, I picked up these two books, mainly for this one. Like I said, I've already got a couple of copies of that, but you can't have enough copies of a cool book like that. The reason I like Angela is just because I've always thought her character design was super cool from the Spawn series, and I have read a little bit about her in more recent times, but mostly Image stuff. I definitely haven't read anything from the Marvel run, which I plan to, as you can see with that book there. Alright, so to the unboxing of the figurine. As you can see, I love how the seller left a clearance price on it, letting you know, hey man, I paid $19 for this, but you, I paid $85 for this figurine, which is a lot more than I wanted to. They were pretty much going for about $90 to $100+, and a lot of people were selling them loose at around that price too. I could get it from overseas for about $50 to $60, but then you're paying another $50, $60 to ship it here. It just wasn't worth it. So this one came up locally, and I thought, you know what, it was 90 bucks he had it for. There was another guy selling it loose for 90 bucks. So, you know, 90 bucks is not all that bad. I offered 85 and he took it. I actually tried to offer 80 and he got rejected, but $85, whatever. But yes, I love how he just likes to rub that clearance price in my face there. So let's take her out of the box and have a look at her. That was a pain in the ass. I really tried hard not to damage the packaging. Got there in the end. So let's slide her out. Boom. Actually, before I show you this figure, I'll show you another Angela figure I actually do have. So this is actually one of the more original Angela figurines when she was part of Image and Todd McFarlane's Spawn. I'm going to guess this figurine series was from the 90s. I picked this up a little while ago from like a little antique store. These don't cost much, but obviously when I bought this I was an inbox collector. I wouldn't mind actually getting one of these loose just so I could have one out, but that's, you know, a pretty decent figure if you compare it. Obviously the Marvel have changed her a little bit with the way she looks, but all in all I think even the old figure actually looks quite good. Alrighty, so let's have a good close-up. What's going on with that foot there? Alright, there you go there. Now I can't remember, I haven't actually got many Marvel Legend figures, so I can't quite remember how they get her in here. Is she just shoved in there, or is she tied down like the bloody McFarlane figures? Alright, so we've got these two little dagger things, and then we've got this cool ass sword that looks pretty good there. Reminds me of Thundercats for some reason. And then of course this included a Build-A-Figure part. You know I'm a leg guy, and this Build-A-Figure part is a giant ass leg. Who was the Build-A-Figure? I didn't know who that character is. Is that like a massive giant Rocket Raccoon or something like that? Alright, but yeah, there's a leg. Okay, so she has this little cape bit which is kind of stuck in there. Let's hope I don't break this thing. Alright, So here is the figure here. It's just a really great looking figure, which is why I didn't want to buy this loose. I really want to have the opportunity to unbox her properly. Looks great. Got the little, I don't know what you call this, dress cape. I wonder if the sword actually goes in here. Yeah, that's pretty cool. It's pretty cool. Yeah, good looking figure. We'll have a look at the articulation. Now, I got a feeling her head, she's got a lot going on here, like this little scarf thing. And her hair obviously is quite detailed, so I don't know if she's going to get a lot of movement on her head. Yeah, she doesn't really go too far because as you can see, her hair kind of gets blocked by her shoulder there. She turns a little bit more that way, up and down. Again, she's not going to look up too much because of the hair getting in the way. Looks down. Oh, not bad. Not bad on the look down there. That's actually pretty impressive. This feels kind of loose, her head, but all right. Shoulder. Left shoulder won't go up at all due to the shoulder pad there. Her left shoulder goes up a little bit. She turns at the elbows on both. Yep. And you obviously got the hands turn as well. No bicep rotation. That's interesting. She goes back a little bit. Comes down about that much, so not too much of an ab crunch there. Let's see how much she turns. She doesn't really turn at the waist at all, so that's actually one complete piece. Usually they have a cut there so you can rotate, but they don't really seem to have it on this figurine. Man, her head's really loose. Her head feels like it's about to come off, so I'm not happy with that. Her legs, let's see, she can do the splits to about there. She rotates at the thighs there. Knees bend to pretty much all the way. That's pretty good knee bending there. That's double jointed as well at the legs. Her foot up and down, and obviously does the little rotation thing. I don't know if you'll be able to see on the camera now. She's got actually a hinge on her neck, which is actually why she looks down so good. I felt loose, but there's actually a hinge there. I don't know if you can see it, but that's pretty impressive. But like I said, her head just to me feels looser than any other head that I've had before. So, but anyway, sorry. Yeah, that's kind of funny, wasn't it? Sarah's making fun of me. It's just a really good looking figure. She stands really tall too, so interesting when I do some size comparisons. But yeah, all in all, I think that is just such a good looking figurine. This piece is loose. I can't say I've ever had accessory like this. Kind of gets a little bit annoying, but it looks good. Like detail wise, that looks really cool there. And as you can see, it's based on this version of Angela there. So very cool. I'll get some other figurines out and we'll do some size comparisons. All right, so this is her standing next to Gwen and Miles. As you can see, much taller than Gwen and Miles, but obviously they're kids. This is her next to Spider-Punk. Spider-Punk is obviously a lot taller and lankier than the other two. Pretty close there, but Angela's still just a little bit taller than Spider-Punk. Now those last two were Marvel Legends figures. Here is her next to my Ned B droid from Star Wars Black Series. Even Ned B there is very impressed with the height of Angela. I mean, Angela is still just a tiny bit taller than this droid. It's very impressive. And here she is next to Grifter. Now Grifter is actually a DC Multiverse figurine, and as you guys probably know, they're 7-inch figures, while Marvel Legends are based on 6-inch figures. And even there, like Grifter is a little bit taller. I couldn't turn his head because his head turn movement is not very good, but he's giving her a bit of a side eye there because he's just like, why are you so tall? That's very impressive, Angela. And then this is my Thanos from SH Figure Arts. Thanos is an absolute beast in size, so he's obviously a lot taller than her, getting a little bit handsy there, but that's Angela's height on this figure is very impressive. Alright, so my honest opinion on this figure, I'm super impressed by it, to be honest. The articulation could have been better, but everything just works really well on her. Like the joints are all well made. Her weapons fit in her hands really well. But the thing I'm most impressed is probably the way she stands. I've probably had the least trouble standing her up out of any of my figures. So super impressed by that. Yeah, and I'm super stoked I picked this one up finally. I might have to get a Spawn figurine to go with her. Maybe even a Thor figurine as well. We'll see how we go. I think getting a Spawn figure would actually look pretty badass posing her. But yeah, I'm gonna have a lot of fun posing this figurine. Super stoked. It just looks amazing, I think, in every way. Super stoked. Anyway, that's going to be the end of this one. If you guys enjoyed this video, check out my toys and collectibles playlist. I'll leave a link to that below. And obviously leave a like, leave a comment, all that good stuff. And until next time, I'm SimpleSimon. Tell your friends.